wealthy woman sat up late one night, carding wool by the fire while her family and servants slept. Suddenly, a knock sounded at the door. "Open, open," cried a voice. "Who is there?" asked the mistress of the house. "I am the witch of one horn," came the answer. Thinking a neighbor needed help, the woman unlatched the door. A stranger entered, tall, silent, with a single horn jutting from her forehead. She carried wool carders in her hand and, without a word, sat down by the fire. Her hands flew with furious speed. Then she paused and muttered, "Where are the women? They delay too long." Another knock rattled the door. "Open, open." The mistress, trembling, obeyed. In swept a second figure, bearing 2 horns and a spinning wheel. "Give me place," she said. "I am the witch of 2 horns." She set to work, spinning as quick as lightning, and so it went. Knock after knock, voice after voice, until 12 horned women filled the room, the first with 1 horn, the last with 12. Around the fire they worked, wheels whirring, carders rasping, voices rising together in a strange, ancient rhyme. Not one of them looked at the mistress. Terrible to see, dreadful to hear, they cast a spell upon her. She tried to rise, to scream for help, but her body would not move, her lips would not part. At last one witch turned to her and said in Irish, "Rise, woman, and bake us a cake." The mistress searched for water to mix the meal, but no vessel could be found. "Take a sieve," the witches ordered. She carried the sieve to the well, but water poured through the holes. Defeated, she sat and wept. Then a gentle voice came from the darkness. "Gather yellow clay and moss. Seal the holes, and the sieve will hold." She obeyed, and the sieve held fast. The voice spoke again. "When you return, go to the north corner of the house. Cry out 3 times. The mountain of the Fenian women and the sky over it is all on fire." She did as she was told. When the witches inside heard her cry, a wild shriek broke from their throats. They rushed from the house, wailing and shrieking, and fled to Slevenomen, their dwelling place. But the spirit of the well whispered more, "Guard your home against their return." The mistress followed each instruction. She sprinkled feet water, the water used to wash her child's feet across the threshold. She broke apart the blood cake the witches had made, and placed a piece in each sleeper's mouth, restoring them. She left the woven cloth half in and half out of a chest, locking it fast. She barred the door with a heavy crossbeam. When the witches came raging back, they screamed at the house, "Open, open, feet water." "I cannot," said the feet water. "I am scattered on the ground. My path is down to the lock. Open, wood and beam." "I cannot," said the door. "The beam is fixed in the jambs." "I cannot move. Open, blood cake." "I cannot," said the cake. "I am broken and eaten. My blood is on the lips of the children." The witches shrieked with fury. With curses and cries they rose into the air, fleeing back to Slevenomen. The mistress and her household were safe. One mantle, dropped by a witch in her flight, was kept by the family for 500 years, a reminder of that terrible night. And so ends the tale of the horned women. But in the shadowed corners of Britain and beyond, many more stories wait to be unearthed. If you enjoyed this haunting legend from Celtic fairy tales, selected and edited by Joseph Jacobs, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Tell us which part chilled you the most. Subscribe and return soon for more tales that stir the fog, whisper through the moors, and echo in the dark. To read the full book yourself, follow the link to Project Gutenberg in the description below. Until next time, keep the fire lit and the door bolted.